We're seeing devastating images from the aftermath of Hurricane Ida. One official says that half of the homes in Grand Isle, Louisiana, Barrier Island, right on the coast south of New Orleans, were completely wiped away by the storm. Half. Right now, more than 985,000 households in Louisiana are without power. Of course, many households with more than one person there. That's a lot of people. Some parts of the state are running out of water, gas, medical supplies. The governor has told residents who evacuated to stay away from storm-damaged cities, as temperatures in some areas could hit triple digits again today. Of course, no power, no air conditioning. CNN's Ed Lavandera is at a water distribution site in Laplace, Louisiana. Ed, tell us, how many people are you seeing in need there?
Well, this site just opened a few minutes ago, and the line is already wrapped around onto the main highway that cuts through this town. You can see the piles of bottled water that they have, and this long line of cars goes out onto the main highway and wraps around here, and this is where they're distributing all sorts of other food and supplies to whoever shows up here. And it is in a strip center here that has basically just been ravaged by this storm. And I was talking with this lady here a second ago. We'll catch up with her. Her name is Edie. Edie, we're live on CNN right now. Thanks for waiting for us. We got out of the line there, so we weren't holding people up there. But you were telling me last couple of days have been pretty rough.
Bad. We won't stay for another one. It tore the whole master bedroom ceiling collapsed, and all the water came pouring in the garages there. We still don't have tarps. We had a fifth wheel trailer parked in the driveway. It moved it literally 10 feet off the slab, and now the front jacks are embedded in the ground, probably a foot. So yeah, it's bad.
And you're staying at your home through all this?
Yes, we are. We have a generator, thank God, but the worry is that we've been trying to get the insulation out from the master bedroom where everything fell in, and that's got to be dangerous. We just put on masks and try to shovel it up when we can, you know.
And we're 3 days into all of this, so I imagine you're running low on supplies. Is that why you're here?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
How worried are you about the coming days and just how difficult it's going to be waiting for the power to come back on?
I work at the VA in New Orleans, and we thought we were going to go in today. I'm worried that I'm not going to have gas to get into work, and I know they need us there, but they canceled the clinics for today, so it's okay. I don't know. It's just, I don't know that I'll be able to get gas to get into New Orleans to work. So.
Right, and I've seen that the lines for the gas are brutal here in Laplace.
It's crazy. We have a boat that we've been getting gasoline out of that to give to relatives and stuff to run their generators. So, but I don't know how much longer the gas is going to remain in the boat that we can siphon off for people, you know.
Are you still amazed at just how much damage and destruction this storm did here in this town?
When we got up the morning after it came through, we opened the door and it was nothing but water all the way up to the, you know, our house is never flooded, but we had an inch in the garage, and it was all the way up to the front door. And it took days for it to go down. Today is the first day I've been able to get out, because where we are, it floods, the street floods, so it's just crazy.
And I imagine being inside your home when the roof starts collapsing around you must be devastating.
We were terrified. We had a little dog that was in the bed in the master bedroom under the covers when it fell in. We didn't know. We heard all this noise and we turned around, and and the ceiling fell in, and so my sweetie was trying to get the dog out of the bed with all the ceiling and insulation that was on her to get her out. Just crazy.
All right, Edie, well, you hang in there, and best of luck, and try to stay calm as possible, I guess.
We will.
All right. All right, good talking to you. Thanks for the time. Right. So, Jim, here, this is the scene that so many people are dealing with here, is the reality and the difficulty of this situation, and how they're just now really starting to settle into it. 90% of the town of Laplace is still without power, and local officials here are really preparing and urging residents to brace themselves that this is going to take several weeks to repair. Mm-hmm. In fact, this is a city that has 2 exits off of Interstate 10, and one of the exits, it's shut down. It's still underwater. So that gives you a sense of just how much work needs to be done here to get things back to normal, Jim.
No question. So many people in need there. Ed Lavandera, thank you. Nearly all of New Orleans is still without power after this. Joining me now to talk about the aftermath, New Orleans City Council member Joseph Giarrusso. Good to have you on this morning. We know you got a lot of work to do. Let's start on the electricity issue if we can. How long before it's restored?
Well, actually, they've already started restoring. There's a sliver of New Orleans East that got the first power today, so Energy beat its estimated timeline by about 24 hours. Of course, the big question then becomes, well, that's great. How are we going to prioritize from there for first responders, hospitals, nursing homes, or sewage and water board? And then typically what happens, Jim, is every place that has the largest grid amount by number of people in the population is generally what gets power next. Of course, the distribution lines, the transformers being down will be a variable there, but I'm encouraged by the fact that hit its first mark 24 hours in advance. And of course, everybody wants to know, well, what does that mean for my neighborhood?
We've been talking to folks about what they need in New Orleans. I'm going to play some of their comments. I'm sure you've heard similar as well. Have a listen. I want to get your reaction.
My roof in my living room is caved in right now. So when it rains right now, we're getting water inside the house. So I have to move all my living room furniture out the living room, and we migrating in. It's a 4-bedroom house, so right now we're living in 2 bedrooms.
What's your biggest worry right now, Yolanda?
We're really running out of food and beverages, and I have a son with a heart condition, so that's my biggest concern is him.
The biggest failure is this colossal failure of Entergy Corporation. They are the only game in town. 9 parishes or counties without power. 9? Really?
Listening to that there, particularly about power, I mean, is there an issue with the grid that should have been solved in advance of this?
Well, I think the major issue is you lost 8 transmission lines that power the entire city. And the question, of course, as we go forward is going to be what happened. Now, I'm going to say this very clearly. Our first priority as city government is getting the power restored. That is the thing that we are constantly talking to Entergy about. We're keeping the pressure on so that energy goes up. After all of that happens, then we're going to start making all the necessary inquiries into what happened and the who, what, when, where, why, and how, so we can make sure for people to avoid this situation in the future and be as resilient as we need to be.
I get that. And by the way, some things did work, right? Preparations in advance, like the levees held. And a lot of that was investment post-Katrina to keep the levees up and running. I just wonder, was there something related to electricity that was not taken care of? And how long you think it is before this is resolved?
Well, Jim, I think it's 2 different things, right? You just mentioned the levee system. The federal government spent $14.5 billion to make sure all of that was strengthened. The levees held, and I think that's absolutely the best news possible. Now that we know that the levees held, the questions turn to how come the telecoms didn't work correctly? How come some of our drainage wasn't quite right? And how come, obviously, probably most importantly, the power isn't right. Now, look, in New Orleans, we have a unique situation, unlike many of the surrounding areas. You talked about Grand Isle earlier. We have FEMA money from earlier. We have a bond issuance. We're getting ARP money. We're going to get additional federal money. This is an opportunity not only to have a postmortem and diagnose what went wrong here, but much like we rebuilt after Katrina, how do we build back better and stronger?
Joseph Giarrusso, we know you got a lot of work to do. Thanks so much for coming on this morning.
Thank you.